I want to do a quick video to show how to adjust the proc switch inside the end cap on our pumps. The original part that pumps come with has a stay boss like that, and it goes like this. When we install a proc switch, we don't use this. We actually keep these original ones, and we have them machined out so that it's got a wider hole. So the side toward the spool and shuttle is the side with the crosses on it. The spool and shuttle stops on that part like so. That's like a bumper, and it acts as the stop. It actually goes inside that recessed area to those flat areas. So that's what when it's moving back and forth, it stops. When the shuttle gets close to the end of the stop, it should turn on. So there's a gap you can see where it turns on there. It's proximity. We don't want it to be contacting. If it's overly installed in the pump, it will bang into it each time it pumps, and it will end up, in a couple months, it'll probably break the proc switch, and usually it will. If, it bangs into it over and over, it's going to destroy the proc switch. So the proc switch works on proximity, not contact. Okay, so I'm going to thread this in here real quick. Hopefully I can get it up here and show you how I would install it off of the pump. I don't install this on the pump at all, because you need to put this spool right here and be able to spin it so that you can see the edge is just below the surface. I don't like to have it totally flush, because once you fully tighten the nuts, they actually will spin in a little bit more. So you have two nuts. One is the first, and then a stop nut, a jam nut. So that's about right where I like it, like a 1/16 of an inch. Then I would tighten the nuts, tighten the jam nut on here with a wrench, and then you can actually see that it's still below it, and then test it. You can actually set, if you have a spool, set it in there. You have to use an aluminum spool or something, because if you're using steel, it actually will sense at a greater distance with ferrous iron steel than it will with aluminum. So the real set point can be determined with something that, like the actual spool. So now I can notice is it goes in there, when it sits in flush, it turns on, turns off, and there's no contact.